Okay, so I watched the very tail end of the last recording I made, and I definitely agreed with Yuri. Purple-haired girl likes the surreal horror stuff. So it's weird that this Natsuki. Are you kidding? That's exactly what I did. It was her that Natsuki. I think that's enough. You both said some things that you didn't mean. Yuri apologized. Don't you think you should too? Natsuki clenches her fists. In the end, nobody has taken her side. She's trapped. At this point, being defiant only because she can't handle the pressure. I end up even feeling bad for her. Okay. Sometimes when I'm hurt, it helps to take a walk and clear my head. Sayori, she doesn't need to. You know what? I'm gonna do just that. It'll spare me from having to look at all your faces right now. Without warning, Natsuki snatches up her own poem from the desk and storms out. On her way out, she crumples the poem with her hands and throws it in the trash. Natsuki. She really didn't need to do that. I look across the room. Yuri has her chin buried in her hands while she stares down at her desk. Hang on. I'm gonna go get some water for my throat. And I've returned with a hot drink. I gingerly approach her and sit in an adjacent chair. Everything all right? I'm so embarrassed. Can't believe I acted like that. You probably hate me now. Why are you so concerned about how I feel about you? No, Yuri. How could anyone not have gotten frustrated after being treated like that? You handled it as well as anyone could. No, don't go putting this lady on a pedestal here. She said some weird, not horrible, but some rather rude things. Whether or not they were true or not, and I agree with them, is irrelevant. I don't think any less of you. Well, alright, I believe you. Thanks, Hero Robb. You're too kind. I'm thankful to have you a part of this club now. It's nothing. One more thing. That one thing that Natsuki said about, I would never do anything so shameful. So, huh? What thing did Natsuki say? Well, never mind that. I'm going to go make some tea. Ah, good idea. Make enough for more than one person, okay? Yeah. Okay, everyone. It's just about time for us to leave. How did you all feel about sharing poems? It was a lot of fun. I'd say it's worth it. It was alright. Well, mostly. Hero Robb, how about you? Yeah, I'd say the same. It was a neat thing to talk about with everyone. Awesome. In that case, we'll do the same thing tomorrow. And maybe you learned something from your friends, too. So your poems will turn out even better. I think to myself, did I learn a little bit more about the kinds of poems everyone likes? With any luck, that means I can at least do a better job impressing those I want to impress. I nod to myself with newfound determination. Hero Robb, ready to walk home? Sure, let's go. Hehehe. Sayori beams at me. It's truly been a while since Sayori and I have spent this much time together. I really can't say that I'm not enjoying it either. Sayori, about what happened earlier. Huh? What do you mean? Between Yuri and Natsuki. Does that kind of thing happen often? No. That's really the first time I've seen them fight like that. I promise they're both wonderful people. You don't hate them, do you? No, I don't hate them. I just wanted your opinion, that's all. Can see why they'd make good friends with you. Whew. know, Hero Robb. It's nice that I get to spend time with you in the club, but I think seeing you get along with everyone is what makes me the happiest. Oh, some of these characters are so sickeningly saccharine. I really hope this game starts to go into its downward spiral real soon. I'm assuming it's going to continue like this for a while, if I'm not being trolled. It's going to continue like this for a while, and then there's going to be like a trapdoor, straight down. And I think everyone likes you too. That's every day is going to be so much fun. Good God. It looks like Sayori still hasn't caught on to the kind of situation I'm in. Sure, being friends with everyone is nice, but does it really need to stop there? Are you trying to suggest that you're seducing someone? Oh yes, this is dating sim game. We'll just have to see what the future holds, Sayori. I put Sayori on the shoulder. I said to myself more than to her, but it's easy to use Sayori as an internal monologue sometimes. Okay. Yeah, let's do this. What's my poem going to be about? Desire. Aura. Oh, they're grayed out if I've already used them before. Misfortune. Maybe they're not grayed out, maybe that's just my thing. Anyway. Whirlwind. No, whirlwind. Landscape. Vertigo. Okay, I'm gonna try to get through these. Graveyard. Starscape. Melancholy. Infinite. Use the same words a lot. Unrestrained. Essence. Heaven sent. Yeah, I'm doing a lot of Yuri words, it seems. Tenacious. Eternity. Judgment. Secretive. Existence. Unrequited. Depression. Another day passes, and it's time for the club meeting already. It's gotten a little more comfortable here over the past couple days. Entering the club. Oh, I clicked it too fast. Hi, Hero Robb. Yo, Sayori. Yo. 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 Looks like you're getting a good mood today. I'm still not used to you being in the club, that's all. I see. That's a pretty simple thing to get you in a good mood. But I guess it's always the simple things with you anyway. Wow. Speaking of which, I'm kinda hungry. Will you come with me to buy a snack? No thanks. That's not like you at all. I have my reasons. Jesus. Why don't we take a look at your purse, Sayori? Why that all of a sudden? No reason, really. I just wanted to look at it. Sayori nervously retrieves her coin purse. She fumbles with the latch and gets it open. Then she turns it upside down and lets its contents spill onto the desk. Only 2 small coins fall out. I knew it. I can see right through you, Sayori. So she's too poor to buy something to eat, and you're like, well, yeah, what a bitch. Jesus Christ, you're an asshole. That's not fair. How did you even know? It's simple. If you had enough money in the first place, you have bought a snack before coming into the club room. So either you're not hungry and wanted an excuse to take a walk, or you plan conveniently forget that you spent all your money so that I would lend you some. But there's one more thing. You're always hungry. That's my secret, Cap. I'm always hungry. And so that only leaves one option. That was another goofy noise. I give up. Don't make me feel guilty. If you feel guilty, that means you deserve to feel guilty. Jesus Christ. Yuri suddenly giggles. Eh? I didn't notice that she was listening in. Her face is in her book, as always. I wasn't listening or anything. It was just something in my book. Yuri! Tell Hero Robb to let me borrow some money. Don't get me involved like that, Sayori. Besides, you should only buy what you can responsibly afford. And frankly, after pulling a mischievous little stunt like that, your suffering is fair enough retribution. Did I just... I didn't mean that. I got too absorbed in my book. I really like when you speak your mind, Yuri. It doesn't happen much. It's a fun side of you. It's a fun side of you. You deserve your retribution. That's a fun side of you, Yuri. There's no way you could think that. You were right, though. I did something bad, and now I have to accept the revolution. Revolution? Retribution. That still coming from you, Sayori. I guess there's a little devil inside all of us, isn't there? Oh boy. Don't let her fool you. Sayori knows exactly what she's doing. After all, she told you guys she was bringing me to the club before she even told me. But... You wouldn't have come if it weren't for the cupcakes. So I had to trick Natsuki into making them. Come on, give me more credit than that, Sayori. Out of nowhere, something smacks Sayori in the face and tumbles onto the desk. Ow. What was... a cookie? Sure enough, it's a giant cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori glances around. Is this a miracle? It's because I paid my restitution! Retribution. Actually, that one almost worked. I was just gonna give it to you, but then I heard you blab about the cupcakes. It was totally worth seeing your reaction, though. Natsuki, that's so nice of you. I'm so happy. Sayori hugs the cookie. Jeez, just eat it. Sayori rapidly tears open the wrapper and takes a big bite. So good. Sayori suddenly claps her hands over her mouth. I bit my tongue. You're going through a lot over just one cookie. Natsuki takes a bite of her own cookie. Yours looks really good too, Natsuki. Can I try it? Jeez, beggars can't be choosers. But yours is chocolate. Yeah, why do you think I gave you that one? Fine. I'm still really happy that you shared this one with me. Sayori gets out of her seat, goes behind Natsuki, and wraps her arms around her. Jeez. I get it. Cookie still in hand, Natsuki reaches up to nudge Sayori off of her. Oh. Sayori suddenly leans down and takes a bite out of Natsuki's cookie. Hey! Did you seriously just do that? Mouthful, Sayori trots away to safety. That was kind of funny, actually. Yuri and I laugh as well. Oh! That's what our laugh sounds like. Jeez, you're such a kid sometimes. Monica, can you tell Sayori? Natsuki glances around. Monica isn't in the club room. Oh, this is where things are going wrong. Where's Monica anyway? Good question. Have any of you heard anything about her being late today? Not me. Yeah, I haven't either. It's a bit unusual. I hope she's okay. Of course she's okay. She probably just had something to do today? She's pretty popular after all. You don't think she has a... I wouldn't be surprised. She's probably more desirable than all of us combined. That's true. Excuse me? Suddenly, the door swings open. Sorry, I'm super sorry. Ah, there you are. I didn't mean to be late. I hope you guys weren't worried or anything. Monica chose the club over her boyfriend after all! You're so strong-willed. Boyfriend? What on earth are you talking about? Monica quizzically glances around me. Never mind that. What held you up anyway? Well, my last period today was study hall. To be honest, I just lost track of time. That makes no sense, though? You would have heard the bell ring at least. I must not have heard it since I was practicing piano. Piano? I wasn't aware that you played music as well, Monica. I don't, really. I kind of just started recently. I've always wanted to learn piano. That's so cool. You should play something for us, Monica. Monica looks at me. Maybe once I get a little bit better, I will. Yay! That sounds cool. I'd also look forward to it. Is that so? In that case, I won't let you down, hero Robb. Monica smiles sweetly and gets into an awkward position. Ah, I didn't mean any pressure or anything like that. Don't worry, I've been practicing a whole lot recently, and I'd really love the chance to share once I'm ready. I see. In that case, best of luck. Thanks! So I didn't miss anything, did I? Not really. I choose to leave out Sayori's mischievous escapade. I'm sure Natsuki will end up complaining to her anyway. It looks like everyone has already settled down. Sayori somehow already finished her entire cookie. Hey, Yuri. I suddenly noticed that Yuri is reading a different book from the one we've been reading together. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt. No. I was kind of just waiting for you. If that's the case, why don't we go ahead and get started? Yes, let's. Actually, I have a request. Do you mind if I make some tea first? Not at all. Thanks very much. If there's one thing that can make my reading time here any better, it's a nice cup of tea. Not to mention for yourself as well. Yuri stands up and makes her way to the closet. I follow and watch as she retrieves a small water pitcher from the shelf, the kind with a filter inside. Can you hold this for a second? Sure. Yuri hands me the water pitcher and also fetches an electric kettle. I'm going to plug this in at the teacher's desk and then we'll go get some water. She walks past me and sets the kettle down on the teacher's desk. I simply watch her movements. To my surprise, the way she moves really contrasts with her speaking mannerisms, especially because of her long legs. Yuri appears elegant and methodical. Okay, may I have the water pitcher? Thanks. I'll be right back. I might as well walk with you. Yeah, why not? Shall we go then? Yeah. Where are you two off to? We're just, Yuri was gonna make some tea, so... Suddenly I realize how weird it sounds to explain this to Monica. We're just filling the water pitcher. Ah, okay. Sorry, I was just a bit curious. It's kind of a one-person job, isn't it? Why you being so weird here, Monica? That's... Monica, please mind your own business for once. Or do you want to tell me there's something wrong with helping involve Hero Robb in club activities? Huh? Oh? Ooh? Oh? Ooh? My mouth gapes. Monica, I suppose there's nothing wrong with that. Then let's go, Hero Robb. Yuri quickly exits the room, and I follow. Once in the hallway, she suddenly puts her forehead against the wall. I spoke without thinking. How could I say something like that? Yuri? Something about the way she said that made me feel so irritated. What's wrong with me? No, Yuri. I think you did the right thing. I wasn't expecting it, but it's also not right for Monica to judge people like that. Hero Robb, how come even when I do something bad, you're being nice to me? Because nothing you do is as bad as you make it seem in your head. Nobody's perfect. We have emotions, and we can't always hide them away. But you always amplify things in your head. Your mind turns a light rain shower into a hurricane. Ha. No. Wouldn't you hate me for something as terrible as that? Why would I hate you? I can't hate someone for having emotions. What kind of friend would do that? Friend, you say? Yuri lifts her head. Hero Robb, I really like being friends with you. Thanks, Yuri. I like being friends with you too. I feel kind of awkward saying something like that. But I'm doing my best to help Yuri feel better. I really hope this takes a downward turn into fucked up horror land, because there's not much dating sim that I can take. Especially when there's no voice acting and I have to read the lines. Anyway, yeah. Shall we go? Yeah. Yuri and I walk to the nearest water fountain. Once we fill up the water pitcher, we return to the classroom. Hero Robb, do you like oolong tea? Yeah. Anything's fine. Very well. Yuri sets the temperature on the kettle to 200 degrees. Now it's time to get the teapot. You really do this properly, don't you? Of course. I shouldn't do any less when I'm making tea for others. Even if I'm not an expert on tea or anything. Whenever these weird voice lines are here, I just imagine goofy sounds from Disney goofy sounds. In that case, you'll only be even more impressed. Perhaps I will. Yuri fetches the teapot. And begins measuring the tea leaves. To my surprise, she even starts humming a little to herself. You must be in a good mood now. Is that so? I was letting it show, and you noticed. I was doing a bit of thinking. I decided I would try expressing myself a bit more. Turns out I'm not very hard for me to do. When it's you who's around, anyway. That's great, Yuri. Just don't push yourself too much. You're always worrying about me, Hero Robb. It's very endearing. That's, Yuri wasn't kidding. I don't even know if I can keep up with this. I watch Yuri pour a cup of tea for each of us. Seductively. Hero Robb, I have another request. Do you mind if we sit on the floor today? Why's that? It's a little bit easier on my back. I can read with my back against the wall rather than bending over at my desk. Sorry, I didn't realize. No worries. I just have back pain fairly regularly, so I do my best to manage it. Is that so? I wonder why that is. It's most likely because Your posture, right? Always hunched over like that while reading? Yes. I have terrible reading posture. So that's why we should sit on the floor. It's not because of my gigantic boobs. Fair enough. I'll go ahead and get the book. I retrieve the book from my bag. I have some chocolate as well. It's a bag of small chocolate candies that I kept hidden from Sayori's candy radar. Candy radar, eh? I take it, since it'll go well with the tea. Yuri and I then sit against the wall, teacups at our sides. As if in sync, we resume the same reading position as last time, each holding one half of the book. Except this time, our bodies are even closer to each other. I can't see too well. That was a good spot for it. Yuri sides closer until our shoulders are touching. Oh my god, that erotic shoulder touch. Oh my god. How am I supposed to focus on reading like this? Yuri was always kind of cute, but when she's being less apprehensive, it's almost more than I can handle. This is so awful. Oh my god, I can't wait till when it changes and it isn't like this anymore. Your teacup. Yuri hands me my teacup. Holding it with my hand that's not holding the book, I end up in a position that makes it even harder to focus. Because now I need to worry about making sure I don't accidentally touch her chest. If an elbow slides up against her boob, oh my god, I will be all over gross. Oh my god. Not gross, but the guy will freak out, get a nosebleed, you know, that sort of thing. Meanwhile, Yuri hasn't noticed a single thing. She wears her intense expression, and I can only presume the world around her has faded away. I use all of my willpower to focus on reading. After a few minutes, I finally manage to relax a little. I put the teacup between my legs and fumble with the chocolate wrapper. Sorry. I briefly let go of the book to finish opening the wrapper. You can have as much as you want. That's okay. I won't take any. Huh? Are you sure? Well, if I touch it, then it might get smudges on the pages. You're right. I didn't even think about that. My bad. No need to apologize. I'll hold the book, okay? Are you sure? Of course. Yuri opens the book with both hands. She holds it so that I don't have any harder of a time reading from it. But as a result, her left arm is practically resting on top of my leg. Well, in that case, Yuri is already totally focused on reading again. I take a chocolate candy and pop it into my mouth. Then I take another chocolate and I hold it up to Yuri. She doesn't even look away from the book. She simply parts her lips as if this situation was completely natural. But that means that I can't stop here. I apprehensively place the chocolate in her mouth. Just like that, Yuri closes her lips over it. Oh my goodness. This is too much for me. This is too ridiculous. Yuri's expression suddenly breaks. Did I just... Yuri looks at me like she needs to confirm what just happened. Hero Robb. Sorry! I guess I shouldn't have done that. Well, you were just helping. That's something that friends do. Right? This reminds me of the the part, the sex scene in 14 by Peter Klein's, when they're making constantly, while they're stripping off each other's clothes and getting naked into bed together, that this is how friends do. This is what friends do. And then right before they're about to have sex, the guy's like, I love you. And the woman's like, don't fucking say that kind of stupid shit. I mean, not really in this kind of context, but yeah, that's all it was. Yeah. Then you don't need to stop or anything. I see. The situation has gotten really tense. Yuri tries to return to the book, but I can tell just by her expression that she can't focus now. My heart is pounding. I nervously take another chocolate between my fingers, but this time Yuri's eyes meet mine. How did it even come to this? Yuri doesn't avert her gaze. I notice her chest rising and falling to the rhythm of her breaths. I raise my arm. Like before, Yuri parts her lips. But it's different this time. I take the chocolate and place it in her mouth. I feel her hot breath on my fingers. Okay, everyone. Yuri jolts back. It's time to share poems. Okay, so first guess at the darkness that this is that Monica, the one person that you cannot romance, seems to be the person who is most interested in you for no reason. And also the most jealous. Is she going to suddenly murder the other three? Or just the one that you romance? That's my guess. It's time to share poems. Here, Robb, you can help Yuri put away the tea stuff, right? Yeah, of course. Okay, thanks. The spell is abruptly broken. I'll take care of the cups. Yeah. Yuri picks up the teacups from the floor. I pick up the bag of chocolates. In the end, we hastily clean up without so much as a word between us. I get the feeling this is something neither of us will have the courage to bring up. Who should I share my poem to first? Yuri. Let's see what you've written for... today. Yuri stares at the poem with a surprised expression on her face. Do you like it? Hero Robb. This one might be even better than yesterday's. How did you even pick up on this so quickly? Just yesterday I was telling you the kind of techniques worth practicing. Maybe that's why. You did a good job explaining. I really wanted to try giving it more imagery. Yuri visibly swallows. Even her hands appear sweaty. I'm not used to this. Used to what? I don't know. It's fine. Take your time. Yuri breathes and collects her thoughts. I know that Yuri likes to think before she speaks, so I offer that patience to her. Yeah, just being appreciated like this, I guess. Probably sounds stupid, but seeing someone motivated by my writing, it just makes me really happy. Are you saying you've never shared your writing before? Yuri nods. Really? I don't believe it. I really only write for myself. And besides, people would just laugh at me. Do you really think that? Again, Yuri nods. Huh. Even your close friends? Yuri doesn't respond to that. I wonder why. Maybe because she doesn't have friends. Anyway, do you want to share the poem you wrote today? Yeah, I do. If it's with you. The raccoon. It happened in the dead of night while I was slicing bread for a guilty snack. My attention was caught by the scuttering of a raccoon outside my window. That was, I believe, the first time I noticed my strange tendencies as an unordinary human. I gave the raccoon a piece of bread, my subconscious all well aware of the consequences. Well aware that a raccoon that is fed will always come back for more. The enticing beauty of my cutting knife was the symptom. The bread, my hungry curiosity. The raccoon, an urge. The moon increments its phase and reflects that much more light off of my cutting knife. The very same light that glistens in the eyes of my raccoon friend. I slice the bread, fresh and soft. The raccoon becomes excited. Or perhaps I'm merely projecting my emotions onto the newly satisfied animal. The raccoon has taken to following me. You could say that we've gotten quite used to each other. The raccoon becomes hungry more and more frequently, so my bread is always handy. Every time I brandish my cutting knife, the raccoon shows me its excitement. A rush of blood. Classic Pavlovian conditioning. I slice the bread, and I feed myself again. So this is about addiction, yeah? Addiction and possibly self-harm. I was a little more daring with this one than yesterday's. I can see that. It's a lot more metaphorical. I don't know if it's my fault, but I can't begin to imagine what this poem is about. Yes, I can. That's right. It's a bit closer to my preferred writing style. Using the poem as a canvas to express vivid imagery and conveying emotions through them. Yeah, I take it at face value, then I can't... If I take it at face value, then I can't even figure out what it's supposed to mean. Well, I think it's something that different people can relate to in their own way. If I wanted to express the way it feels for me to indulge in my more unusual hobbies, it's those sorts of things I'm usually forced to keep to myself. So sometimes I enjoy writing about them. Why do you keep them to yourself? Because they're embarrassing, and people would make fun of me. Don't you have anything like that, Hero Robb? Well, yeah, I guess I do. I feel like everyone has a little something like that. The best we can do is respect each other and our individualities, even if it's difficult sometimes. Some things make us uncomfortable. After all, if I hadn't learned to embrace my own weirdness, I would probably hate myself. I might be ranting a little bit now, but I'm glad you're a good listener. You're good at a lot of things. You're good at sticking things into my mouth. Writing, listening. There really aren't many people like you, Hero Robb. That's exaggerating a little bit. It's just how I feel. I never thought I would feel so comfortable sharing my writing. But now I almost feel like I look forward to it. It's just a really nice feeling. And you're to thank for that. It's nothing, really. Yuri smiles sincerely at me. For just a moment, her timidness seems to disappear. Let's save this here. And then we will show our poem to the rest of everyone whenever we come back for episode 22 next year.